Welcome back to the shop. It's really good to see you here again. Hey, check it out. Told you I'd get it done at some point. Everything to this point is done, as fully assembled. We have done the CG on it, and it's CG'd out. You ready for this? Yes, it's CG'd out exactly perfect. I mean, I've never had a plane where I haven't had to add weight to the front or the back. This one, we didn't have to add anything to. I had Mark come over to put his finger under the other wingtip while we lifted. When I did the first one, it looked like it was going to be tail heavy, but then I forgot. Got to put the spinner on the front. And so we put the spinner on the front, and between the spinner's back plate, the spinner itself, and then the little bolt that holds the spinner down to the rest of the crankshaft, it came in absolutely flat perfect. So there you go. That was the question. I forget who asked me that question, but he was wondering where I was guessing it was going to come out. I actually kind of thought it was going to be maybe a little tail heavy, because the engine that I'm using in comparison with the one that's on Mark had to add tail weight, but it's because he had a Homelight 30cc engine that had the full magneto up on the front. And that's a lot of weight. Magneto's a big hunk of metal. And so that was up on the front. And so he had to add like 2.5 ounces to the rear to get it to balance out correctly. But it came out fine. So the only thing left to do at this point is I need to program the radio inside, and we'll be using a Tandem 18 from FR Sky. This is a new radio. I've been flying foamies with it now for a while, and it's been a pretty reliable radio. It's got a pretty unique feature. It's called a tandem because it actually pumps out 2 signals at the same time, or runs 2 different signals. And what I mean by that is it's got 2 different antenna jacks on here. You can screw the antennas in for them if you want it for a longer range, but the internal antenna is pretty good. But it will cast in both 2.4 gigahertz, and then if it runs into interference problems, you can opt for it to switch over to 900 megahertz as a backup. So if it starts to feel that one is getting kind of flaky, it'll kick on to the other one. 900 megahertz is a really long distance carrying kind of frequency. So kind of a cool feature, but I'll probably talk a little bit more about this radio in the future. And that's the last thing I have to do is program the radio in there, put in my exponential values and set the throws to where I want them to be. And then the last thing is to test run the engine, and we'll probably be taking care of that hopefully maybe next week. This got a little bit further behind than I wanted it to go. I was hoping to fly it this weekend, but I don't think it's going to work out. And plus, I really, as fast as I want to get this plane in the air, I also don't want to rush it and forget some detail like, I don't know, making sure that the engine runs worth of crap. Because if you get to the field and you forgot to test run the engine, it's just embarrassing. You'll sit there, you'll spend an exorbitant amount of... I never like to have to be doing the work that I would do in the shop or outside the shop, just like in the driveway or something like that, like engine tuning. I don't like to do that at the field. When I get to the field, it's go time. We want to fly. I want to help my buddies fly. And that's it. So anyways, I got a few more things to do on it, but then it's going to be ready to go. And I am excited to get this thing in the air. It's so cool to put it all together, see it all finished, and sitting on the bench like this. And it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, because I've always just been working on the pieces. But when you get it all put together and you realize, man, I'm going to have to take this apart to get it out of here, and then putting it in the car or the truck or, the transport trailer, going to have to build a special shelf, I think, in the transport trailer. But, it'll fit in the car or the truck, no problem. I don't know. I'm just excited. Had a lot of coffee this morning, too, so I'm a little bit hyper. But anyways, more to come. And thanks for sticking it out with me on this one. This has been a great project, and I think it's going to be a great flying airplane. So hopefully some of the next video you'll see here will be it up in the air. I'm so excited. Yes. Gonna crawl under everything. Ugh.
What are you doing, Gilly?